There at Headingley. A fine crisp Boxing Day morning, a little bit of frost on the pitch, but the underside reading's been on. The conditions just about perfect for rugby league football. So both these sides coming to this game on the back of a win. Trinity has started the whole of the rugby league world this week when they defeated Warrington in that encounter on Wednesday evening, and Leeds of course not playing for 3 weeks, but signed a bit of things to come when they went down and completely outplayed a dispirited Sheffield Eagles side. So Leeds have a couple of players welcome back today. Wakefield comes in for Craig Guinness at centre, and Neil Harman is back on the substitutes bench for his first appearance for some time. I'll run through the teams for you. For Leeds, Alan Tady's at full back, with Jim Fallon, Kevin Iro, Gary Schofield and Francis Cummins making up the three quarters. Graham Howard and Gareth Stevens are halves. Mark O'Neill, James Lowes and Gary Rosa front three. Gary Mercer, Richie Ayres, Alan Hanley make up the pack, with Marcus Bassilakopoulos and Neil Harman the subs. For Wakefield, and they have Gary Spencer, former Leeds player at number 1, a former Leeds player as well at number 2, and number 3, Lee Charles and Andy Mason. Gary Christopher Oldham is at 4, Andy Wilson is at 5. Henry Paul, the junior Kiwi, is at 6, and Billy Conway at 7. Steve Didham, Matt Fuller and Ian Marlowe make up the pack. That's the Australian Fuller and the two former Hull players, Didham and Marlowe. Nigel Bell, Dave Woods, Richard Slater, the back three with Chris Bibb, Simon Featherstone and Paul Round making up the pack, making up the subs. Colin Morris is a referee for today's encounter. I'd just like to thank our big match hosts today at Headingley. It's a shared big match host today for the Boxing Day encounter. And that's Islanders UK Limited, Specialist Princes, and NSM UK and Tic Tac Toe. I'm just having the mascots now being lined up there for the presentation. Today's mascot is Steve Maggie Pinto. His day is 8. He's Cuttridge Primary School's favourite player is Gary Schofield, so we'll be delighted that Gary's back in the frame today. And the associate sponsors for today's game are Richard Cavadino and Associates, and the match ball sponsor is the Leeds Liners Guild. So I'd like to be on behalf of everyone at Leeds Rugby League Club, that's the management, the directors, the players and the staff, to wish you all a Merry Christmas, what's left of it, and a very happy 1994. And on behalf of myself and Russ Callaghan, for Image TV, that goes for us all the best for 1994. So we've got Graham Holroyd, a big game for Graham Holroyd today, up against junior Kiwi Henry Paul. A great crowd, a great atmosphere. The kick off delayed. And it's Andy Wilson immediately in his stride, trying to run that ball out of defence and straight into Gary Rose. Good tackling from Rose. And Steve Dunham knocked to the ground there. A good 3-man tackle from Leeds. Half the pack coming in there in these early stages. The forwards will test each other out. Nigel Bell goes on a dummy run, and Ian Marlowe takes the ball. So Trinity have got just about 30 metres from their line. Billy Conway, a suspiciously forward pass, but Colin Morris miles away from the action. That's kicked downfield by Henry Paul. Alan Tate picking up there, and a great tackle coming in from Mark Fuller. Jim Fallon. And Jim will be encouraged by that great try at Sheffield Eagles. 75 yards. Mercer. And played just on the halfway line. And a penalty there to Leeds in the first minute of this game. They're holding down in the tackle. And Graham Holroyd will kick for touch. That's Leeds on the attack. A good drive forward there from Gary Rose. Holroyd slips the ball over for Mike O'Neill. James Lawes takes the only option up to him there. Goes himself, driving for that line. Good play there from the Look at it acting half back. Stevens gives the ball to Hanley. Hanley struggles, looks to go himself there. The long ball's out for Fallon. Fallon's going for the corner and he's in for a try. Has a try immediately to Leeds. 2 minutes gone, Jim Fallon in. Good strength shown there by Jim Fallon and lovely play from Melanie Hanley. So Leeds then, just watch that one again there on the replay. As the ball comes out to Melanie Hanley. He damaged to go forward, uses his sheer physical strength to push him across the field. And a long ball out there found Jim Fallon with a lot to do with his strength, took him over in the corner. So great start for Leeds, just a Christmas present they will have wanted. Try to Jim Fallon, over in the corner, 4 points to nil, and only 2 minutes gone. Kick goes wide. So it's Wakefield with Henry Paul again to kick off. There did been substitution for Gary Spencer, the former Leeds player. Paul again gets the game restarted. We've got it Stevens. He's got a Mercer quickly in his stride, Mercer. But again, that's good tackling from Wakefield from Big Ian Marlowe. Fallon. And pushed back in his own 20-metre area, Fallon. Mike O'Neill. Leeds using the forwards to drive out there, Nigel Bell. Mike O'Neill gets across the advantage line. There's short balls for Ayres. And Ayres looking to offload in the tackle there. That's back for Holroyd, and Holroyd will put the kick in. Again, splits the full-back, which is Chris Bibb, so Featherstone have a full-back for a full-back on at the moment. There's a good kick and chase game from Leeds. Andy Wilson. Former Queen's player. Scored the winning try against Wellington on Wednesday evening. The fellow breaks away from acting half, makes a good 10 metres. And there finds Paul. And Paul and Christie getting in the middle there, and the ball ends up over the touchline side. So the first scrum of the game will form. The heading ball to Leeds, Gareth Stevens has the ball in his hands. Holroyd. It's a lovely ball out there to Schofield. Schofield finds Alan Tate in the line. Tate taking then on, finds Iro. Trying to use his considerable bulk to bust his way through there. Cover coming back for Wakefield. Mercer. Some tremendous games. Ronnie Mercer being the player of the month in each of the first 3 months of the season. And well worth the award, Gary Rose. Gareth Stevens. Finds him Tate there, that's good play from Leeds, good play from Tate. Hanley. And it's goes himself, Hanley there. And there's been pulled back by Christie. And got a Mercer, the judge, who interfered there, pushing men off Ellery Hanley. So Wakefield get their first penalty of the game. And then Paul, the junior Kiwi, and stretched 10 metres inside the Wakefield half of the field. Dedham. Lows and Mike O'Neill bringing him down. Wakefield with a roll on there, and Marlowe. 4 Leeds men in at the tackle. Conway. Inside balls for Paul. He'll drop off and Ellery Hanley. Bringing him down. Just play 30 metres from that Leeds line. Billy Conway again. Oh, and a great tackle there from Gareth Stevens on David Woods. That's good sweeping up play by Stevens. Behind the man there. Paul again. Pull down one up to the last tackle. Billy Conway. That's a great kick from Billy Conway. That's right under the post. 6 more tackles. Wakefield in possession. Tate's injured in that skirmish, so we'll have to see what the referee decides now. I think that could be a sin binning for Ellery Hanley. It's Ellery Hanley. So Hanley adjudged to the sin bin for the professional foul. He laid a Wakefield contingent. There's a lot of them here this morning. So Wakefield will take the 2 points with Billy Conway, or the 2 points that are on offer. So Leeds will have to manage without the skipper Ellery Hanley for the next 10 minutes. 8 minutes gone. And Conway could reduce the score to 5 points to 2. And successfully converts there, so it's 4 points to 2 with that penalty to Conway. Points to 2 then. 8 minutes gone here on this Boxing Day encounter, traditional boxing encounter. Wakefield for many years, the traditional foes from Leeds. Andy Wilson stops the ball with his boot. It's pushed back there by Mike O'Neill. That's good tackling from Leeds. And Andy Wilson. Henry Paul, good tackling from Hayes. And Leeds well fired up to keep Wakefield back in this 10 metres. Durham. Running hard and straight there, Steve Durham. Marlowe. Looks to dodge his way, but again the 2 props bringing him on. Prop in the back row, man Hayes. And Rose bringing him down. Conway unceremoniously dumps. He tried to go through the gap there with Gary Mason and James Lowes. Back to Paul for the kick. Well, Tate, the ball sits up rather invitingly for Alan Tate. Casey's coming on a run. Skipping, dancing his way through there. Got that ball. Ball went backwards, Mercer. Now it's Wakefield's time to defend manfully. That's good defence from Wakefield, keeping Leeds pinned within 10 metres of where the ball landed from the kick. Hayes. Allroyd now. Oh, he's through the gap there, Allroyd. Still going, Graham Allroyd. The touch, says Graham Allroyd, went in the touch. He seemed certainly to appear to release the ball before he was in there. A good play from Allroyd. Wakefield winning their first scrum ale, and Sandy Wilson coming away. Leeds pack quickly out there, Nigel Bell. And one of the unsung heroes. Wakefield can replay in just about every position for Wakefield. They're just on halfway. Henry Paul Inside balls for Mason. And the tackles by Gary Mason. Conway again using the short side. So up to the last tackle, and again we'll back for Henry Paul. Paul kicks. And Tate's got plenty of time to stop that ball and pick it up, and Paul following up quickly. Nails Tate just on that 20 metre line. Gareth Stevens. Finding Jim Fallon. Mercer. Stevens now looks to win himself, taking the ball forward, looks to wriggle out of the tackle, but Christie pulls him down. All right. It's a lovely ball for Schofield. The ball's for Tate in the line. Tate's got Cummins coming inside. Francis Cummins in the way there. Good running from Cummins. It's Schofield, and he's going to mark his comeback with a try. He's got his Schofield. Over for the try. Great play there. Lovely play from Gary Schofield. Alan Tate. So Schofield back in his old position as centre. Comes up with a try. The Leeds down to 12 men. So we just watched that again in the video. The ball move started when Graham Allroyd put Schofield away. His long delayed pass sent Alan Tate into the gap. Cummins came inside, did ever so well Francis Cummins, and who was on his right hand shoulder? Master Poacher, Gary Schofield. And over for the try in the corner. So that's good play from Leeds. A try from their own half of the field. And the applause of the North Stand has got his Schofield walks back is well justified. He was in that move twice there. So 13 minutes gone and it's Leeds 8. Wakefield Trinity 2. Graham Allroyd, just the sun in his eyes as he kicks towards the... He's popped this one wide. So Wakefield Trinity again looking to kick off. Gareth Stevens, Heinz Mercer in. Good kick off there from Wakefield. And Leeds playing football in their own 20 metres. No, Mike O'Neill, that's good driving there from O'Neill. Gary Rose. Hayes, that's a good short ball for Hayes off the floor there. And Hayes making the most of that. Jimmy Lowe's chose the dummy, goes himself. And a flopper there coming in over on that far side. So Allroyd will put the kick in. Nigel Bell. Is he going to score, Nigel Bell? To try there, Allroyd's kick charge down. And Leeds can be very unlucky with that one there. That's a try to Nigel Bell there. It's bounced awkwardly for Alan Tate. So Leeds have played all the best football in this opening spell, but suddenly find themselves what could be level 10 points as Billy Conway lines up this kick. And they'll be disappointed with that one, Leeds. Allroyd's kick charge down there. It was well juggled by the first Wakefield player who took that ball. Minutes gone then. And Wakefield with that try to Bell. And Conway pops that one over, so it's 8 points all. Kick off again. And Paul. Woods comes powering out there and Mercy just picked up a knock in the tackle. Paul again, turning around, twisting in the tackle. And a penalty given against Leeds there. Pulling the ball out, says the referee, Colin Morris. So Larry Hanley back on the field and Leeds up to a full complement. Steve Dedham. Oh, Colin Morris there. Well, he was come there, Colin Morris, because Wakefield didn't play the ball when they should have done. But it should have been an illegal play the ball penalty to Leeds. But he's got Leeds offside there and Wakefield will attempt to take the lead. So, fourth penalty of the game to Trinity. Leeds have scored 2 tries to 1 and could find themselves behind on points here. And the Australian contingent at Wakefield anyway. Shouting encouragement to the rest of the team. Beverly Conway. He's played in some epic encounters here. And he kicks it, so Leeds are behind for the first time in the game. For Billy Conway. Three goals. And the Nigel Bell try, so Leeds, who suddenly found themselves 8-2 up in the space of 3 minutes, found themselves 8-10 down. The Leeds kick is picked up by Henry Paul. Good driving out there by Woods, the Australian. Marlow now. Wakefield beginning to find some confidence. They were rocked back by the 2 early Leeds tries. Ball coming across the line. Fallon comes in. And a knock on. And the tackle by Gary Christie. We'll see a scrum forming just inside the Wakefield 2 half of the field. They're heading ball to Leeds. The scrums at the moment tied at 1 each, but Wakefield will have a 4-1 advantage in the penalties. Colin Morris not happy with the packs. And I don't really see why, because that won't be any different to this time the ball goes in. So you're up there, penalty awarded to Leeds. All right. It's forward. And Leeds will take that tap right on that 20-metre line. Well, yes, Mr. Morris, the crowd have seen you this morning. Fallon, twisting, turning, but can't make much further than the 8 metres or so. Like an will drive forward. Hanley. Short ball there. To put Ayres through the gap. Ayres has lost the ball in the tackle. Henry Paul picks up for Wakefield. And Wakefield player injured there in that skirmish. Lee Child. First touch of the ball for him since he came back to Heather as a Wakefield Trinity player. Never made the first team at Leeds. Woods. Get him. Hanley. Good tackle on the Manley. 1-to-1 tackle there by Ellery Hanley. Ian Marlow. And the Beverly, the Union player. Signed by Brian Smith. Well, he was in charge at the Boulevard. Paul again on the 6th tackle, will kick. That ball will drive Leeds really back there. That's a good kick there. Francis Cummings is who picks up. Tate. Oh, that's a good run from Alan Tate. And the ball kicked in the touchline, so Tate's pass just been knocked down by a Wakefield player. That'll be head and ball to Leeds. And Wakefield, the defence looks to have opened up there for Alan Tate. Wakefield seems to have a substitution. Paul Round coming on for number 13, Richard Slater. And what they lose out in the tackling stakes with losing Slater will make up for him the winner of Paul Round. Fallon comes inside, sticks round Henry Paul as if he wasn't there. And Paul just taking a knock. There you go. All offside, so Leeds at last get a penalty. Can open play. Alright, kick. Right on the roof of the stand. 25 metres from that line. Gary Rose. Swung down there by Durham in the tackle. Alright, with the ball in his hands. Lovely ball to Hanley. Hanley trying to go through there. Stevens finds Holroyd. Holroyd again finds Schofield and cover just up there on Schofield as he took that ball. Mercer runs himself from acting there. They're going to make progress. 10 metres from the line now, Leeds. They switch the ball to the left. There's a lot of men there. Richie Hayes pushing for that line, just a metre short. Last tackle coming up. Kicks in the Mercer, but that's too far. Well, he's had an overlap on the far side there. The Wakefield with a quick tap there will find Goodham. And Mike O'Neill makes the tackle. Nigel Bell up to halfway. Henry Paul. Wood straightening up there, just step Mercer, but Mike O'Neill was there to clean up. Paul Round. Well, what's Colin Morris deciding there? Well, he decided Ellery Hanley knocked that ball down. Well, that's incredible. Took the hand and ball to Wakefield. And again, the referee not happy with the scrum. Paul. It's a drop-off ball there for Andy Mason. Wakefield, that's good football. Gary Spencer. A good tackle required by his opposite number, Alan Tate, there to stop that move. Nigel Bell. Conway. Goodham. Wakefield keeping the ball moving now as Conway looks to jump. Almost through there, Conway. Christie. Looks for the gap there. Just play just inside the Leeds 20 metre area, and Wakefield pressing strongly now. Henry Paul. It's a kick through. Oh, great take by Alan Tate. Superb play there from Alan Tate. Jim Fallon. And Marlowe wildly in at the tackle. Mercer. Wakefield well fired up to keep Leeds pinned down in this 20 metres. James Lawes goes himself. And takes some pulling down Lawes. The Wakefield defences. Hanley can't get the ball away in the tackle. Up to the last tackle now. The ball is back for Allroyd and he doesn't make a mistake this time. That's a high spinning kick. Again, that splits the defence. Gary Spencer has to come back and pick up for Wakefield. Wakefield have Nigel Bell injured. Lee Child. Henry Paul. All wide. And coming the two youngsters in the lead side, bringing him down. "28 minutes gone now, Wakefield still leading by those 10 points to 8, courtesy of the free penalty, the try to Nigel Bell. Woods comes charging through there, Spencer up to the last tackle and Wakefield putting it together now. Henry Paul. And that's a drop goal attempt that Leeds can safely let spin out. So Leeds will have a tap there and big Kevin Ido will drive the ball out. Almost through the gap there, Ido. A good tackle coming in from Marlow. Schofield. Mike O'Neill. Mercer. Oh, he's away, Gary Mercer. That's good running from Mercer. 40 metre run there from Gary Mercer. Fallon quickly finds Hanley. The play. And from running in the field, the 20 metres out. Leeds have men stacked up on that side. Measured kick from Allroyd, but it's goes in the touch. So that's coming from 10 metres from the Leeds line at the heading ball to Trinity. And again, the referee not happy with the scrum. Feet up. Had 2 penalties at the scrum this morning for feet up. Marlow. And good driving from the big hole props. The big, ex-hole props. It's another one there, that pass looks suspiciously forward. Billy Conway finds round. Henry Paul. And a knock on, a judge there. They certainly didn't look a knock on from up here. A penalty there for arguing. So what would have become a scrum becomes a penalty to Leeds. Now James Lawes. And no doubt Jim Fallon will try and drive this ball forward. Let's play another 20 metres. Allroyd finds Hanley. And James Lawes knocks on this time, so a bit of a comedy of errors this morning, but it's very cold out there. So right through the heading ball at the scrum. It's one against the head there. Takes in the line, stepping, weaving. Mercer. Oh, can Leeds make this advantage tell? 10 metres on the line, Gary Mercer. Held short there. Good tackling from Wakefield. All wide. Stevens. Ball for Schofield. Schofield, Ido. Oh, what a great tackle on Ido by Andy Mason. Cheers. That's the goal. Yes, and that's a try in the corner there to Francis Cummins. Lovely ball from Ayres as he was tackled there. Cummins struggled with the ball, but that's Leeds back in the lead. The third try of the morning. A lovely play there, Leeds switching that ball. Looked like Kevin Ido had done enough to get through, but Ido just the ball away. And 33 minutes Cummins. It puts Leeds back in the lead, and another difficult kick for Graham already. It's from the touchline side, the sun's in his eyes. It's coming across the face of the goals. And it's hit the post, but it's in, and Allroyd will be delighted with that. It's his first one this morning. So 14 points to 10 then. Leeds back in the lead, and Wakefield, because they've got Richard Slater coming on. In fact, I think they've changed their mind, we're not having a substitution. So Henry Paul with a long deep kick to them, finds Gareth Stevens. Again, Gary Mason runs out. Good defence from Wakefield. Fallon almost away there, just fell over as he attempted to beat the last man. Short ball there is from Mike O'Neill. But Wilson, he came back into the fold, Mike O'Neill. Stevens. Into the ball, goes himself. That's good running from Stevens. But such a better player when he runs with that ball. And Lloyd's kick again. Splits the winger and the fullback. Andy Wilson. So the ball to himself there, fella. It's good. Conway finds round. James Laws is down injured for Leeds. Enter. Billy Conway spots the gap for McIntyre. Pulled down by Schofield. Back for Durham. Puts up the bomb. Safely taken by Alan Tate. Could be a suspicion of offside from Nigel Bell. And Wakefield all called offside. The penalties even themselves up at 5-all, and the scrums also at 3-all, with Leeds taking the one against the head. And then Allroyd is going to be kicking towards our gantry position. And that's good for touch finding kick from Allroyd, not the highest, but certainly made a lot of ground there. Vasilakopoulos is on as James Laws goes off. Fallon. Straight through the first line of defence, Fallon. Iro. Mercer. A long ball out there, lovely long ball out for Cummins. Will step and come inside. But there's no police there by Henry Paul. Bass goes himself on the field for James Laws. Schofield, Stevens. Oh, lovely ball there, and Allroyd goes himself now. That's given a great pass there to Iro. Just gliding through the gap there, Graham Allroyd. And again, taking charge of things now with Gareth Stevens. It's over for the try. Great try to Leeds. Lovely play there from Mike O'Neill. Gareth Stevens passed that ball as he was falling down. Great play there. For Leeds, another try in this half. This time it's to Alan Tate. So 4 tries there. Just watch that ball try again as the ball comes across there. Gareth Stevens did ever so well as he was almost on the floor. Passed up there, Mike O'Neill. The ball, and Alan Tate had a lot to do when he got the ball, but again the strength and pace took him over. For Leeds' 4th try of the morning. So 4 tries, 2 in. 38 minutes, so will ensure that Leeds go into the half time with the lead. Allroyd. Just sharing the ball, so not a good kicking there for Graham Allroyd this morning. So 18-10 then, so Slater comes back on for Nigel Bell. And this time Henry Paul's kick straight into the arms of Kevin Iro as changing the options. Francis Cummins straightening up. Still only 16, Francis Cummins. Done tremendously well in his first season. I remember he was only at school last year, as was this man in at the tackle, Vasilakopoulos. Gary Rose. Hanley out of 2 tackles there. The strength of the man's incredible. Alan Tate looks to find a gap there. But cheers. The Leeds looking to play football, looking to move the ball about. And Tate sensibly boots that ball downfield. It'll that beat everyone and undead. It gets Wakefield back upon that 20-metre line. Andy Wilson. And only a couple of minutes left in this first half. At the most, despite the stoppage time that we've had for the couple of injuries. Marlow. And Mason and Iro, the Kiwis, bringing him down. Henry Paul. Looking to glide through there. Christie. It's a chip over. And Gareth Stevens picks up for Leeds. That's good play from Stevens, doing the job correctly there, the sweeping up job behind the first line of defence. Cummins. Spotted the gap, went from that to half. Gary Rose puts that ball down. And there goes the Hulton end for the end of the first half, for the entertaining first half in which Leeds have scored 4 tries to 1 but find themselves only 8 points to the good. It was Leeds that opened the try, scoring after only 2 minutes when Jim Fallon went over after good work from Hanley. And then Wakefield replied with a Conway penalty on 8 minutes when Hanley was seen for holding down under the post. Schofield had a try on 13 minutes to make it 8 points to 2, and then Bell had a try after Holroyd's kick was charged down. Conway goal, it was 8 apiece. A penalty for Conway again on the 18th minute made it 8 points to 10 in favour of Wakefield, and Leeds looked to be struggling at that point, but they came up with 2 tries under Francis Cummins after great play from Richie Hayes. No well converted, it was 14-10, and then on 38 minutes a try to Alan Tate after Gareth Stevens got the ball away in a tackle, and Mike O'Neill handed on to Tate for him to score over. Too far out for Allroyd's conversion. It's Leeds 18, Wakefield Trinity 10. Offers from other people. I decided not to get dressed up as Santa Claus today, but I've got a little pause of fire which is my usual half-time one. It concerns Wakefield Trinity and Leeds. When Leeds went to Wakefield in the late 50s for Don Robinson. He was the Leeds player that went in return.
Looks alright, eh? I'll have a pint, okay? Right.
I'll have a pint of it, please, and an orange juice.
Morning, Frank.
Morning, usual.
Yeah, you know where it goes. Stones, of course.
Second half on the I'll just give you the answer to my poser. The man who went from Leeds to Wakefield in exchange for Don Robinson was Fred Smith. And a great He's decided to be for Wakefield Trinity. So Wakefield get the game started. Gary Mercer winning out Leeds, leading by those 18 points to 10. And that's good running from Mercer, gets well over the 20 metres there. Allen. Leeds using the short side, Mike O'Neill. Stevens had to reach for that ball. His airs on. Held 4 shots, Colin Morris. Hanley has the ball now for Leeds. And Mercer goes without the ball. And Paul picks up for Wakefield. Billy Conway. Got him. Marlowe moving that ball out to Chippy Child, and Chippy Child slips there. So both sides making early handling errors in the early stage of the second half. Woods looks to go to raise his tackle there. Conway again, wait for moving that ball out. Paul, that's a long ball out to Christie. Christie gets inside Caminero, straightening up now. Nowhere to go for Gary Christie. That's good defence from Leeds. Swarming defence. Fella. And he runs himself there, Phil, when he puts the kick in, and Alan Tate will watch that go dead. So Vasilakopoulos will tap this ball and Caminero will run. We'd like to once again thank our big match host today, Islanders UK, and NSM and Tic-Tac-Toe for their sponsorship of Leeds Rugby League Club. We hope they enjoyed their Boxing Day morning and afternoon with us today. So Vass spots the gap, goes himself from acting half. Stevens. Yes, he's got Tate inside him. Just ankle tap there as he went to. Allroyd. Ice up the bomb. That's a good bomb from Allroyd. How long is it for Wakefield Trinity? And comes away. Oh, that's good running from round. Didn't have the legs that he once had, Paul Round, at the time when he would have gone the length of the field there. Knock on by Henry Paul as he looked to move that ball away. Schofield went for the clip quickly there. The gap appeared and Paul went through it. So the first scrum of the second half, the first half penalties were 5-all and the scrums were 3-all, but Leeds took the win against the head. Stevens. Mercer now. Finds Ido. Coming Was Fallon over there on that side there just as the ball was coming to him. Gary Rose. And then Leeds made a habit this afternoon of trying hard and nothing, and the forward pass there. From Stevens to Mike O'Neill, all right now. And Wakefield all caught offside. And it's the junior Kiwi, Henry Crow. So Wakefield feel a little agreed with that, the pass from Mike O'Neill looked. So that's with the tap, finds Schofield. O'Neill straightening up now. Fast trying to go himself there from McTinner, who was well tackled and Leeds. At last got a line together there. Stevens now has the ball. Holroyd back to Stevens. And they had to take a difficult ball and he did really well there. But Leeds have lost ground in that move. Mercer. Schofield, that's good play from Schofield. Looking to go himself. The gap just closing up as he went through. Tate spots the gap from McTinner. Still going Tate. No support there for Alan Tate. No support at all as Tate turned round in the tackle. Mercer will drive himself. He's short and that's the last tackle, so it'll be the turnover. So Leeds spawning chances there. Leeds looking to move quickly on Ian Marlowe. Woods. Pull down there. Conway now, what can he do with the ball? Finds Henry Paul. It's a lovely long ball out there to Christie. Christie's inside ball is for Andy Wilson. Andy Wilson comes out of Jim Fallon's tackle. And a penalty against Leeds there. Gary Rose adjudged to be the man. But Rose used his fist in the tackle. The pair kicks for touch and finds touch. Dedham. Marlowe again, that's good driving from the Wakefield props there, taking play within 20 metres of the Leeds line. Conway. And there's drop-offs for Paul. And Paul again has lost the ball in the tackle. Kenny Mercer. Finds Tate. Tate's looked good for Leeds today. Glass goes himself from McTinner. Gary Rose. Hello, lost that ball, Spencer. In possession by Wakefield Trinity, so both sides making it as this second half. It's underway, 47 minutes, and Leeds back in possession. Fallon. And Fallon couldn't get round the outside there. Finds Stevens, the ball coming across the field, all right. Oh, lovely ball there for Hayes. Oh, Hayes put the ball inside there with Francis Cummings outside him, and a Wakefield player coming back picks up the ball. So that was a try there, begging for Leeds. Christie. Dedham. Oh, the spots a gap there, that's good play. Oh, a great tackle by Tate, and it needed to be. Wilson. So Wakefield now with men to spare. Henry Paul's put that ball down. Knock on, says the referee. Henry Paul not had the best of games so far this afternoon. He's disappointed with that. Great break from Fuller. No support for Fuller there. And Leeds get off there with the not conceding the try. Francis Cummins is in the line. He's knocked back there. Ido still going, trying to push off men over on that far side, sucking the defence over, so Leeds will move this ball across now. Mercer. Good run in there from Gary Mercer again. Alright. A long ball for Schofield. There's again. Tate. And tripped up there, Alan Tate. And the referee seen nothing there, and Alan Tate tripped up. You can hear what the crowd think about that. Alright. Puts up the bomb. Francis Cummins misses up. Child. The cover coming across and wrapping him up. It certainly looked like a trip on Alan Tate, and the crowd going absolutely berserk about that. And the Conway finds Marlowe. Oh, that set Fallon away now. Good strong running from Fallon. Schofield. Shot balls from Mercer. Alright. Oh, and still getting the ball away. Tate. So the ball being thrown about at the moment like a red hot potato. Ido. Ball's out for Fallon. Fallon, has he got the strength of going at the corner? Just tackle short there. Hanley's at acting half. In fact, it's Ido Hanley with him there. Ido looks to go himself. Just held back, thrown back there. Through. Barlows is back on the field. Andy Wilson. So Basilakopoulos back off the field. Michael Neal picks up for Leeds. And the comedy runners in Leeds. Surely they must score now. A Spain chance after chance at the beginning of the second half. Schofield again. Oh, and used to make the shot, Gary Schofield. Stevens. Comes across field looking for the drop off there. The Leeds are meant to spread if they take that ball on this near side. They've done just that with theirs, alright. Schofield again, and Wakefield trying to defence. Magnificent scramble defence from Wakefield there. That looked a try all the way to Gary Schofield. And a penalty this time. Given against Wakefield. Referee says that game alright. We'll kick for touch, kick for goal should I say, and just bringing that ball back. The Leeds up to get 2 points there, and Gary Rose comes off Neil Harmon comes on. In a typical hard working game, Gary Rose. The 53rd minute then, and Graham Allroyd has chance to extend Leeds lead even further. £18 points to 10, alright, this is just about 20 metres in from the touchline side. Successful, slots that through, so it's 20 points to 10. ...53 minutes then. Well, the referee, Steve Dillon coming off, and Chris Bibb goes on. And let's see what Gary Spencer's moving up into a different position. Chris Bibb at full back. Henry Paul. And that kick finds touch, so that's a good kick from the New Zealander. And Leeds will have head and ball at the scrimmage just inside their own 20 metres. 54 minutes gone now. And Leeds 20 points to 10 to the good here. Fallon. Broke the first line of defence there, Fallon. Leo Harmon. And finds that up. Offside there, but the knock-on will be given. Well, Kevin Arrow just couldn't take that pass on Hanley. So we'll go to scrimmage again. Just 40 metres from the Leeds line, and Conway feeds for Wakefield. Christie. Oh, Christie's away now. Is he going to score? I'm sure he will. Oh, got a great tackle from Francis Cummins. Henry Paul. The Leeds defending now on their own line. Well, again, Hillary Hanley finds time in the sin bin. And Wakefield will have a penalty. Two spells in the sin bin for the lead skipper this afternoon. So Wakefield will take the tap. Liam Marlowe it is who's brought down just a couple of yards short from the line, and Wakefield pressing strongly now. Woods. Well, he's awarded a penalty try there, Colin Morris. What a disaster this game is having this morning. As that Leeds have stolen the ball in the tackle, and was awarded the try under the post. So drama here as Wakefield get back into this game with a controversial try. Right under the post. The Conway's goal. 57 minutes, this will bring Wakefield to within just 4 points of Leeds. Conway slots it over. The Leeds a lot to do without their skipper Ellery Hanley. Wakefield should have come back with a big onslaught now. Colin Morris was in the correct position to see that. Wakefield looked to have been tackled and held up over the line. .57 minutes gone now. Wakefield 16, Leeds 20. Large kick-off. Finds Henry Paul. Look to step James Lowes there, but a good tackle from Neil Harmon. Spencer. 3 men drop on Gary Spencer. Conway. Round. Oh, a great tackle, crunching tackle from Richie Hayes there, and Francis Cummins just holding Child up. Conway again. Spencer. And Michael Hill brings him down. Henry Paul coming in there. And that was a great tackle on Woods. It's back to Conway for the kick. Jim Fallon it is who picks up for Leeds. And drives Fallon back inside his own 20 metres. Iro now. So this game, all the play for at the moment, there's 4 points in it. As Leeds struggling desperately to get out of their own quarter. And losing ground there. So Leeds right back on their own line. Jim Fallon. The Leeds certainly battled now as Wakefield looking to push Leeds back. O'Neill. That's good tackling up to the last tackle now, so watch for the big charge down here. Allroyd kicks, flicks the defence again, that sends Bibb scurrying back many a mile. That's a great kick from Allroyd. The Leeds are up quickly there. Good tackling from Francis Cummins. Schofield picked that ball up. He won't have the legs, Gary Schofield just coming back from injury. Great play from Schofield. Quick thinking, Leeds back in possession. It's out for Mercer. Tate, short balls for Tate there. Tate held just 10 metres short now. Iro using his considerable bulk now, just 3 metres from the line, Leeds, with 3 tackles left. And they score here, Leeds. Schofield spills the ball there, knock on decided by the referee. Well, Leeds look to have a certain score there, look to have 4 or 5 men in the line. So Trinity now. Allroyd brings Child down. The Leeds defence coming back across now, Paul round. Oh, Wilson picks up and puts down, and Leeds have it now with Kevin Iro again. On both sides, trying to play football. And they're looking round for support. Using that short side with Mike O'Neill. He's worked hard all afternoon, Mike O'Neill. And all morning and afternoon as we're now into the PM of this Boxing Day. Reds. Short ball there, he's for Hayes. Well, the referee's not having a very good game. He's penalised Richie Hayes there for not getting up and playing the ball correctly. He's not endearing himself to the Leeds crowd this afternoon. And I want from the referees is consistency. I'm sure that won't be the first time that so Wakefield then. Ian Marlowe up to halfway. Round. Henry Paul. Christie. Allroyd tackling him down. But they're coming up again with Henry Paul. Billy Conway. Spencer. Bibb. Until again finds Billy Conway. Billy Conway looks for that gap, goes himself. Ido's got the ball for Leeds. Well, I don't know how Kevin Ido got that ball. It all happened so quickly there. Tate. Mercer. And Leeds penned down in these 20 metres now. Harmon, that's good running from Neil Harmon. And a penalty there, pulled down in the tackle, says the referee. Well, 63 minutes gone then, just 17 minutes left of this pulsating end-to-end game. James Wells taps the ball and finds Fallon. Fallon still trying to make ground in the tackle. Harmon. Laws. So it was exactly a year ago here that Leeds really turned on the style in the second half against Castleford. But Wakefield tightened up their defence. They realise that they've got Leeds. Rattle Schofield takes things into his own hands there. A lovely ball is for Ido. And Ido's lost the ball. Yet again in the tackle. It looked dangerous there, Kevin Ido, and he's annoyed with himself for putting that ball down. Tackling for Wakefield, so Hanley again. They come back on. Probably not in time to. Penalty awarded at the scrum. And Hanley's back on the field. Now James Lowes, Colin Morris wants to read about something. Bitterly cold now, toes beginning to feel numb. So Paul kicks, 15 minutes remaining. Leeds could do with another score. Marlowe. And Hanley and Nares bringing him down. And that's a good tackle from Richie Ayres. Really involved this afternoon, Richie Ayres. Spencer. Back off race forwards, Woods charging onto Hanley. So Marlowe, with miles offside there at the play of the ball. The referee wanted to be finicky. Slater struggling there with Ido. Slater. That must be just about the last tackle, in fact it is. That kick across there will come. It will roll dead as far as Leeds are concerned. I think Wakefield took the wrong option there. It looks as though that would have been back for the first tackle. James Lowes looked to knock on there. Gary Mercer. And he's been well policed this afternoon, Gary Mercer. Harmon. And again, Wakefield defence. Strong there, like O'Neill. There's been very few gaps for Leeds to exploit this afternoon. Stevens finds Ayres, but tackles it up on Ayres as he got that ball there. Tate now, he'll run from Acton half. And he'll find the gap as well, Alan Tate, up to halfway, up to the last tackle now, Allroyd's at Acton half back. And he was interfered with there, Alan Tate. That's knocked on there by Billy Conway. And you can run all you like Billy Conway, but you've got to come back for a knock on. So Leeds will have the scrum. Allroyd running with that ball there instead of putting the kick in as Wakefield expected. Players back to full complement as Alright, fine Schofield, Ido running around there. It's for Fallon coming inside. Hanley finds Ido again. Ido finds Laws. Alright, just pushing men off there. Wakefield. Good football, Leeds losing ground though. Stevens. Hanley. Taking him on his own, Hanley. Using that short side, Schofield now. Fallon, wrapped up by Andy Wilson, we're up to the last tackle. And the oyster bomb. Rose has got the ball for Leeds. Finds Fallon now. Fallon puts a kick through. It goes in the touch. And then Leeds throwed it there on the line. Plenty of pressure, but nothing to show for it as we 69 minutes now. So, Skimby Wakefield, it's the 6th. And the 3rd of this half. Marlowe again. Surely he didn't play the ball correctly there. Fella trying to move away. Woods. Good tackling from Leeds, from Harmon and from Mercer. Conway spots the gap, looks for himself there, gets through the first line of defence. Got a Stevens at his who brings him up. Oh, and he still gets the ball away, Bibb. Spencer. Finds Henry Paul. Alan Tate there did exactly the right thing. That's a clear professionalism of Alan Tate there. Just put his body between the ball and Henry Paul. So Leeds paid the price there for not bottling up Billy Conway. I will. Mercer. Harmon. Good break from Neil Harmon now. Running his weight, Neil Harmon. That's good play. Stevens finds Allroyd. And just too far there, that's good thinking by Graham Allroyd. $14,000. Wakefield again, I've had him ball at the scrum and it's out this time to Bibb. 8 minutes left then. Henry Paul and he's knocked down by Gareth Stevens. Marlowe. Conway goes from acting half. Certainly a live wire, Billy Conway. Of course, you've seen him from acting half, usually a hooker. Henry Paul. Andy Wilson. Knocks on there. So another Wakefield attack comes to nothing and Leeds will have heading ball at the scrum. It's been that sort of game. Neil Harmon will come off and Gary Rose will come back on, I think. Neil Harmon done really well in his first match for some time. Fallon bringing that ball in field from the scrum. Allroyd quickly. 50 miles offside there. Alright, we'll kick for touch, which puts Leeds back on the attack. We've had everything in this game. We had a penalty try. We've had Ellery Hanley in the sin bin twice. We had a Rose back on the field, just struggling there, and 3-4 Wakefield men bringing him down. Mike O'Neill. It's going to take a piece of magic from one side or the other to win this game. Ayres is away now. And Ayres there, absolutely great run, but Cummins outside him and took the opportunity to go himself. Great tackle there by Bibb. Hanley. Mercer Leeds, running the angles. Hanley back with that ball. Leeds losing ground. So Richie Ayres looked for scoring all the way there. A great tackle by Bibb. But Ayres had Francis Cummins unmarked outside him. A try begging again for Leeds. But both sides missed out on tries that they should have taken. Mercer 10 metres from the line. Alright. Oh, he's lost the ball over the line, Graham Allroyd. So again Leeds spurning the chance. Great tackle from Wakefield. Alright, injured in that skirmish, so he's just gets to his feet. It's like his ankle that's injured. And Marlowe comes back. Goes off and it looks like Steve Durham coming back on. Alright, looks in some considerable pain there. And Gingerly gets to his feet. And know that, although we'll try and run that one off. Conway quickly out of the scrum, Henry Call. It's a long ball out there to Christie. He's got Andy Wilson outside him. Back inside Christie. And that's a good tackle there for Melody Hanley. Durham. And Leeds will need to keep Wakefield pinned down here. They don't want Wakefield up that Leeds end of the field whatsoever. If they get a 2-point set on offer this afternoon, Billy Conway. James Laws it is who brings him down. That's good tackling from Leeds. All round. Andy Mason. Child. Child not able to be brought in the touch there. That's good play for Wakefield. Chris Bibb. It's a chip over. Francis Cummins picks up for Leeds, and that's safely in the hands of Francis Cummins. And Mason all over him there. In fact, it's not Mason, it's 14, Chris Bibb. And Tate running across and well wrapped up, so Fallon will take this ball himself from acting half, and a great roar coming up from the Wakefield supporters. That's a good drive out from Jim Fallon. Gary Rose. Switching play with Hanley. And again, good driving out from Melody Hanley. We're up to the last tackle. Tate will put the kick in this time. Finds touch. So going on, struggling with the ankle, and Vasilakopoulos will come on. So bad time for Leeds to lose such an influential player as Graham Allroyd. Just and Alan Tate gets the Leeds man of the match award. I don't think many people would argue with that. Andy Mason, Wakefield. Could this be the last throw of the dice for them? Great tackle there by Iro. Bud. There's 2 minutes on the official clock for the Conway 4 round. The tackle from Vasilakopoulos on round. Conway again. Henry Paul. Lost the ball again, Henry Paul, and Tate's picked up for Leeds. And has he got the legs, Alan Tate? Crispy brings him down. Great tackle by Baby. Save Wakefield twice in the last few minutes. Tate plays the ball, finds Gary Rose, and Gary Rose will just drive forward. Hanley. Oh, great run from Hanley. Springfield back at 6. Finds Mike O'Neill. Richie Hayes now. It's good driving from Richie Hayes. Same meters from that Wakefield Trinity line now. Trying how the lead would certainly seal this game. The kick from Loses. Fielded on the full from Wakefield. Andy Wilson. It's back there, Andy Wilson. And Leeds back in possession with Gareth Stevens. Kick through there. Tate picks up, the ball brings him down, but Tate's still up there and still on his feet. Had a tremendous game, Alan Tate. Hanley, that's for the run around, but sensibly wrapping that ball up, and there goes over. So Leeds get a result that they wanted here today. I'm sure it's not the difficult performance that will please the supporters, but the fact that Leeds have got the 2 points, Wakefield were always going to make this difficult. After that great win, I'm just, excuse me here, but somebody just collapsed on again too. It's the cameraman from American Video. So Leeds then, Alan Tate the man of the match. And Leeds have come away with the 2 points. It was 18 points to 10 at half time, and there's only been the one penalty from Graham Allroyd in the second half to make the goal to make it 20 points to 10. And then the penalty try from Wakefield Trinity after Leeds would have just stolen the ball over the line. Conway goal on 57 minutes, it was 20 points to 16, and despite both sides having plenty of pressure and burning chances, that's the way it's on. So it's Leeds 20, Wakefield Trinity 16.
That's a hell of a spider in there, mate.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Question is, what drongo is going to be stupid enough to go in and flush it out?
Can you tell me where the toilet is, please?
The dunny's 50 yards down on your right.
Thanks.
Should have let him in on it, Bill.
Nah, you'll find out soon enough.
He drinks Carling Black Label.
Carling what?
Carling Black Label. It's a pommy lager. Need a 4.1% for a full of flavour. And because it's the #1 selling lager over there, you're never likely to get a sniff of it over here.
This could have given you a nasty blockage.
It's quiet now, isn't it?
Carling. No wonder it's #1.
Frustrating for the last few weeks.
Yeah, it has been. As I say, I've not missed the training session or on a game over the last 6 or 7 weeks, and I think the most frustrating thing is saying I've been down training, I haven't been able to do any sort of training for 5 weeks, and I started back last week and there's been no reaction, and I say just glad to get blow the cobwebs away today.
Do you find it hard coming back after such a long time out?
Not really, no. I say I've been trying to look after myself, and we've trained very hard over the last fortnight because we've not had a game for 3 weeks, I believe, since Sheffield, which were on December the 5th, so we trained very hard, but you can't get match fitness unless you're playing first team football.
You must have been very impressed with the way the youngsters have stood in such hard times.
Yeah, they're the class players, aren't they? But as I say, when you look at youngsters, you've got to make sure that you can't play 4 or 5 at a time because they get burnt out. I know that myself by starting out as an 18-year-old, but the lads have stepped in very well, and it all looks good for the future for the lads.
Yeah, and at first team level, do you think we've turned the corner now? Had a bad start to the season. Do you think we can go on from here?
Well, we have, haven't we? And I say we haven't really had not making excuses, but we've not had the balance of ball, and injuries again haven't helped, have they? We've had 4 or 5 the major players out, but as I say, the young kids have done very well, but we'll take it week by week. We've got a very hard January coming up with Halifax, Wellington and Wigan, all Kingston Rovers away, so we'll take it week by week and hopefully we can pick up the points.
Okay, Gary, all the best for yourself for 1994 and all the best for Leeds.
Thanks, Stuart. Thanks.
Wasn't for you 2 points there, a hard game?
No, it was a hard game, but I thought at one stage we could have gone away with it. I mean, I've never seen a game which it must have been frustrating for the Speckies. I mean, all the lads were going mad. I'm going mad myself. I just think I could kick the dog.
Yeah, 4 tries to 2, I think that was a fair reflection, and one of theirs was a bit dubious, the penalty try.
Well, it wasn't that when we looked like going away. There was like so much. I mean, the scrums, the old stoppage of the scrums must have took some 70, 80 minutes out of the game. Barney. We all knew who's getting the ball.
So you're happy virtually with the way the team's going at the moment?
I'm really happy to keep going as well as Wigan are all the time, when you've got everything cracked, and I'm happy the way Cummings just played today. So that's another one that for me, you'd have been a man of the match. 2 tries, saved 1. Would have had 3 of it, she hadn't put the blinkers on.
I thought that Alan Tate played particularly well this afternoon.
He did play well, yeah, but I thought, no man of the match been Cummings. Did nothing wrong, kept everything right.
So as we're approaching the cup deadline, have you any chance of any signings, anything in the pipeline?
There's always things in the pipeline, there's always irons in the fire, as you know. And the policy is if I get a sign, then I don't mislead spectators and everybody else and make my job harder. Because there'll be other people watching this from other clubs, so Doug's coming to buy him, so.
And as we go into the new year, can you see anybody about to tackle Wigan in the next couple of years?
Well, the problem with Wigan is that for some 10 years now they've been doing everything right. They've got about 8 or 9 of their own bred ones as well. They go and buy what they want when they want it. They're probably turning over more money than any other rugby league club. They have the added bonus of going to run on a regular basis in the league, which probably gives them another £500,000 revenue than other clubs. So the answer to your question is, it will be difficult.
Okay, well I'm sure we'll be trying hard, and all the best for the new year.
Yeah, but tall trees never reach the sky. All the best to you.
Thank you.
No, you didn't even bother when Mom died. You don't want to put her in the grave. True. That is true. When you show up here to Dad, you looking like that?
Robert, don't do anything you'll regret.
I can't even stand to be in the same room with you. You're disgusting.
Robert.
You're disgusting.
Well, Stephanie went out to talk to him. Robert didn't come back for almost an hour. What he did is his hand was wrapped in a towel and it was bleeding.
Did he give you an explanation or anything?
He said he punched a wall. I guess I wanted to believe him. And he just sat at the bar downing shots of whiskey until I left.
What about Stephanie?
I haven't heard from her since.
I said I didn't do anything. I have no idea
Come
where
on,
my
you
brother
get to a
is.
fight with Stephanie in the bar. She follows you out, and when you come back, your hand is all bloody.
My brother wanted to talk. I wasn't having it, so she took off.
You said you were gone for an hour. Did you go 10 rounds with it?
I was smoking.
Anybody verify that?
Yeah, about a half dozen people.
Great. You making the list? No problem?
I'm thinking.
We'll think faster.
Why don't you tell us what really happened?
Look, maybe I did want to beat his ass, okay? But I didn't. I mean, after what he put our parents through, broke their hearts. It's up. Sorry I'm late. I figured with Stevie here and finally fixed that broken heater duct. What's going on?
Your brother has something to say to you.
All right, what's up?
Tell him. He wants to turn himself into a woman.
Dad, please.
Well, isn't that what you want
What
to
is he
do?
talking about? Explain, okay? It's called gender reassignment.
God's sakes, will you talk some sense into him?
What the hell are you talking about? You want to turn yourself into a woman? Since when? Since we were kids. Just try and understand, okay? I know this is really difficult. No, I don't understand, all right? You know, you and me went dirt bike riding together. You're all-conference hockey. I know, I was trying to convince myself, but I can't do that anymore. My God, I'm just so sick of pretending.
You have a wife and children.
Beth and I are getting a divorce, Mom. Then what are you going to do about Jamie and Con? I haven't figured that part out yet.
Hey, we didn't raise you so you could turn yourself into some abomination that God can't even forgive.
Please, Dad, you don't mean that, okay?
Get out! Now. And don't come back.
Wasn't just my brother, he was my best friend. There you go.
Okay. So when Stephanie came out of the bar, you wouldn't talk to her. Where'd she go?
Walked up Crescent.
What about your brother's ex-wife? Keep in touch?
Beverly, no. No, she didn't want to have anything to do with us or anything else that reminded her of Steve. She took the kids and left.
Where'd she go?
Danbury. And last I heard, she got remarried. The guy's name is Eastwick, I think. Eastwick, like that movie.
Just stay put.
I'll start running down Eastwick. You want me to hold him till we can check in with some of those names?
Yeah. Talk to Danny and Bev. Let them know which way Stephanie was headed.
Okay, great.
Want to rack 'em up? Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm just a bit tired today, you know?
What can I do you for? Hi, I'm Special Agent Taylor. This is Special Agent Johnson. We're with the FBI. Does this woman look familiar to you? We think she may have been in the area on Saturday night.
Yeah, no, she was in there.
Excuse me, sir, where's your restroom?
Straight ahead, past the bar.
Well, what can you tell me about her?
She was upset. She started down in G&T's the minute she got here. Another round?
Thanks.
Got a date?
Excuse me?
A little more dressed up than we're used to around here.
Actually just came from a funeral.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Someone close?
My dad. My dad.
They can be quite a complicated.
Pardon me?
Kids. I got a whole brood of them myself. How old are yours?
Jamie. Gonna be 7. No, Jamie's gonna be 10. Man, Carl's gonna be 7 in 2 weeks.
Kind of an old picture.
Yeah, well, I don't get to spend much time with him. You know, divorced.
Your ex-husband must have a shark of a lawyer. Keep a mother away from her kids.
Yeah. Something like that.
Nothing else. You deserve a new picture.
Yeah. That would be nice.
She made a quick call at the payphone, stopped by the ladies' room, then she left. Thank you. Are you okay?
Oh, I just think I'm coming down with something. Did we get what we need?
Well, he said she used the payphone. I think she was trying to get in touch with her kids.
Hey, I've got a call placed from the bar payphone on Saturday at 7:31 to a Dwight Eastman.
Well, that helps. I've been running down a list of 60 East Wicks, like the movie.
You've reached Dwight, Beverly, Jamie, and Connor Eastman. Please leave a message. Beverly Eastman? Yes? I'm Special Agent Johnson with the FBI. This is Special Agent Taylor. We're looking for your ex-husband.
Why? What's happened?
Stephanie went missing 3 days ago.
We know that she called here on Saturday night. Did you talk with her? No.
Someone from your house, too?
I don't know who. I'm sorry, I can't be of any more help.
Christmas has come early.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Every weekday, watch and win with our Christmas movies.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
All you have to do is collect the 2 words revealed in the breaks that make up a well-known word or phrase. Then go online and enter the simple competition to win surprise goodies from MP3s to DVDs that'll lighten up your Christmas.
Won't that be nice?
Christmas movies, watch and win starts next Monday at 10 a.m.
When you've got a heavy mucus cough on your chest, reach for Benylin Mucus Cough. It thins and loosens stubborn chest mucus. Get it off your chest with Benylin Mucus Cough.
Relax to the amazing voice of Camilla Kirsten. The incredible voice discovered by Gary Barlow. Lose yourself in the incredible voice of Camilla Kerslake this Christmas. The album out now.
What's your Christmas wish? Let that finish cooking? Have a look at these. Chocolate reindeer. Great for the kids. And you can't beat Aldi's deep-filled mince pies. Delicious with a drop of Irish cream liqueur. And finally, Aldi's 3-bird roast. Lots of tender turkey, chicken and duck with a sage and onion stuffing. So easy to carve. The perfect Christmas roast.
Dinner's ready!
What more could you wish for?
Aldi. Spend a little, live a lot. Russian Standard Vodka. Russia's #1 premium vodka.
Unwrap loads of brilliant value phones at the Carphone Warehouse this Christmas. Like the awesome LG cookie. Oops. With a lightweight price tag of just $48.95. But hurry, the offer ends on Thursday. To open up great gift ideas and a smile this Christmas, visit the Carphone Warehouse.
It started with small random gatherings around 30 years ago.
Now I throw an open dinner party each week and around 70 strangers show up. Although we do get the odd regular. I've probably had about 130,000 people at dinner by now. People always ask how I get rid of everyone at the end of the night. Truth is, I've never been very good at that.
What did you wish for at the fountain today? Oh, I don't want to say. Sometimes I just wish that someone would take care of me for a change. Sometimes I wish I could meet someone dark and dangerous and exciting who stirs up trouble.
The UK premiere of the US hit series, Eastwick, starts Tuesday at 9 on the Hallmark Channel.
Hey, Viv.
That search warrant. Great. The husband's inside with her.
Yeah, we're gonna take the husband, you guys take the wife.
Look, we know Stephanie was here. Your neighbor saw her car in your driveway.
Where's my husband?
He's upstairs.
I'll ask you again.
I want to talk to my wife.
As soon as she's through being questioned.
Why don't you just give us your version of what happened on Saturday night, okay? I'm not saying squat to you. We have the right to a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm sure your wife's aware of that.
I want to talk to her. Sit down, Mr. Eastman. Sit down, Mr. Eastman.
Look, this is all just a big misunderstanding. Stephanie was only here for a few minutes.
Okay, so you talked to her when she called.
I didn't even recognize Stephen's voice on the phone. It was so different. She wanted to talk, and I really didn't want to, but she begged. And Dwight was out with friends, so she came over.
Where are the kids?
Upstairs asleep. So, what's this all about?
My father died.
Sorry.
Thanks.
But what does that have to do with me and the kids?
It made me realize some things. Look, I made a mistake, Beverly, not keeping in touch with you and not being in your lives. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. The birthday cards were a grand gesture. Oh, that really helped the boys, but I suppose it made you feel better.
Abandoning you was the biggest mistake I made in my life.
Oh, and now that you realize your mistake, we're supposed to just forgive you. Is that why you came here tonight?
Look, there is not a single day that goes by that I don't think about you and Jamie and Connor. And I love those boys. You know I love those boys, Bev. And I miss them. But I swear, if you tell me right now that they are better off without me, I'll go. And I'll just, keep doing what I've been doing all these years. I'll keep loving them, but from very far away.
You have to leave now.
Whose car is that in my driveway?
Hi, baby. This
This is Stephanie. Hi.
For your ex? The she-man?
She was just leaving.
Damn right.
I want to see Jamie and Connor. You have my answer. Now go. Then Stephanie left, and Dwight and I went upstairs.
Then why didn't you tell my colleagues this in the first place?
I'm sorry. I think I must have just been a little nervous. Spade?
Hey, it's me. So, look, Dwight Eastman used an ATM near the Fairfield Mall at 11:39 the night Stephanie was there. Plus, I think this guy's abusing his wife.
Why?
Well, I talked to the Danbury desk sergeant. He said that even though Beverly hasn't officially brought charges, they've had to stop by the Eastman house on a regular basis because of domestic disputes.
Okay, thanks. Oh, Mrs. Eastman. Yes? What time did you say you and your husband went to bed that night? 11:15. So how did he make an ATM withdrawal at 11:39? Listen to me. I know why you don't want to talk. But I promise you we won't let him hurt you, okay?
Mrs. Eastman, please sit down.
Stephanie didn't want to leave. So Dwight dragged her out. And then I heard Stephanie's car leaving. And I waited for Dwight to come back. But he didn't. For hours. Broken heel. What if Dwight tries to get Stephanie into the car? She resists, he gets violent. He shoves her in and drives off. Hey.
How's this last line of work?
Still nothing in Stephanie's car?
He must have dumped it somewhere. Water history right there.
That mall he went to was about 8 miles away.
Well, what if the money he took out from the ATM was for a cab ride home?
That's a good place to start looking.
What do you think?
I'll go. She's alive! We're gonna need an ambulance!
Got it. Mrs. Eastman? We found Stephanie. She's gonna be okay. We're taking her to a local hospital. Thank God. I can take you there if you'd like. Yeah. We would.
Good job.
take care of it. Okay. Chip. You okay? Come on. Someone get a medic! Just hang on.
This December, Movies 24 is turning on its festive lights and turning into Christmas 24 with back-to-back Christmas movies all month. But if you can't wait that long, then join us every weekend throughout November for a stocking full of seasonal flicks. After all, the best thing about Christmas is relaxing with a good Christmas movie. So why not start the best bits early? In our countdown to Christmas 24. Weekends in November on Movies 24. Good things come to those who can't wait.
Meet Patrick Jane.
What are you, clairvoyant or something, Gizmo? You got psychic power?
He uses observation and intuition to solve cases, as well as sleight of hand.
How'd you do that?
Telekinesis. You blew on it.
No such thing as psychic powers.
So what is it you do exactly?
He used to be a fake psychic.
He's smiling now. Your tears are
But now he's a real detective.
I'm the police. Did you kill your daughter?
With uncanny insights.
I'm good at finding things.
You're psychic.
No. Just paying attention.
That was an accident. The killer didn't intend her to die this way.
He's always popular with his workmates.
You didn't let us tear apart the victim's family simply to satisfy your childish need for drama.
Yeah, that family was screwed anyway. Don't blame yourselves, guys.
And has no romantic interest in his boss.
I didn't think you were trying to seduce me.
Come on, how could that thought not have entered your head? Your denial that it did intrigues me.
Bite me.
He has a dark side.
You hypnotized her, didn't you? Your friend's crazy.
He still hasn't caught his archenemy.
That's right, Red John. He's killed at least 8 women.
And he knows the cost of taunting Red John.
If you were a real psychic instead of a dishonest little worm, you wouldn't need to open the door to see what I've done to your lovely wife and child.
Red John doesn't belong to anyone.
He belongs to me.
And even if his quick wit and intuition don't always keep him out of trouble,
You're late! Draw your weapon!
he certainly has faith in his own abilities.
I'm good at finding things. You're so sure you're right.
And he usually is.
Those case donuts are here.
Meet Adrian Monk. He's no ordinary detective.
Are you sure?
He solves mysteries with relentless logic.
Whose computer? Moved over there to the booby trap to make it look like an accident. Smell of a genius.
In fact, he struggles with life.
Mr. Monk has a different way of looking at things.
He likes everything in its place.
You don't have to clean the inside of a cigarette lighter. Nobody cares about the inside of a damn cigarette lighter!
Guy's a one-man psych ward.
And he doesn't like to get his hands dirty.
Just a little ink.
His best friend thinks his first name is Mr.
Mr. Monk, Mr. Monk, Mr. Monk, I know you're here!
Let's go.
But despite all his quirks, he always cracks the case.
There's Professor Plum in the dining room with the robe.
Meet Gregory House.
I'm Dr. House.
It's good to meet you.
He's a caring physician with a perfect bedside manner.
You're an idiot.
Your doctor probably was concerned about the strength of your medicine, too. She probably weighed that danger against the danger of not breathing. I
Oxygen is so important during those prepubescent years, don't you think?
Quick! Before she goes without attention for 8 seconds.
Self-effacing and modest.
I was right. And, more satisfyingly, you were wrong.
I solved the case. My work is done.
No time for needless distractions.
We have cable TV here somewhere. General Hospital starts at 8 minutes.
No TV, but we've got patients.
A little knowledge of specialized medicine.
Starter and charcoal helium perfusion for the phenol poisoning. Asymmetric function in the midbrain explains the delirium. Interruption of brain-heart coupling could cause pulmonary edema.
He likes to pretend he doesn't care about his patients or his colleagues.
Treating illnesses is why we became doctors. Treating patients is what makes most doctors miserable. What do you care? It's not so much about me caring, per se. It's more about me wondering why you're such a credulous idiot.
But House definitely has a soft side.
If you don't take your parents' bone marrow, you'll be killing your other child.
Although it's very well hidden.
Brain tumor. She's gonna die. Boring.
He fancies his boss, although he pretends not to.
You want to talk about her?
Nope.
The feeling is definitely not mutual.
House did something solely out of self-interest. Freaky.
You're gonna fire me. Have the guts to face me.
Still yelling.
I'm angry!
We don't prescribe medicine based on guesses. At least we don't since Tuskegee and Mengele.
You're comparing me to a Nazi? Nice.
He's a caring physician with a bit of a limp.
People used to have more respect for cripples, you know? They didn't really.
To your new local Hallmark channel.
The crew of the Hammersley is back with double episodes in an explosive new series. Facing new challenges and new dangers.
We have 3 of your crew hostage. Do not try to board us.
Ready to put their lives on the line.
We'll take them at dawn.
Together they experience the highs and lows of life patrolling the world's most dangerous oceans.
We all loved it. You've lost more than any of us.
The UK premiere of Sea Patrol Series 3, Sundays at 4 on